sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for, and look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change, everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Listen. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. Listen, 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit at the dock of a bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of a bay, wasting time.
Hey now, today we are talking about Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by the one and only Otis Redding. Very, very cool song to play. There are really, I would say there's a couple of different parts to it. There's really like 5 parts, I would say. There's the intro, there's the verse, the chorus, the bridge, and then there's a little bit of an outro. I'll show you all those parts, okay? The very, very first part I'll show you is the intro. But before I get into any of that, I just want to let you know if any of this information that I'm sharing with you, as far as the finger numbers or the strings or the frets or the notes, any of that stuff doesn't make sense to you, I do have other videos on my channel that will take you through the very, very basics, or if you're interested in learning about the notes on your fretboard, I'm going to have a video for that too. So I'll do it in frets, but I'll also talk about note names for anyone who's interested, okay? So intro riff, starting on the 3rd fret of the E string. And I'm going to play that twice. And then I'm going to do a hammer on between 3 and 5 on the A string. Okay, so here it is again. Okay, that hammer on, remember, if you're not familiar with that technique, really you're just plucking once and you're letting your 3rd finger kind of slam down to make that sound. So here's that intro again. It happens 4 times. Okay, that's just the intro. Then the song goes into the verse, okay? So for the verse, really I'm starting on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then I'm going to go to the 7th fret of the E string, and then I'm going to go to the 8th fret of the E string, and then there's this cool little walk down where it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, okay? And for those of you that are keeping score, it's a G, B, C, and then I'm not going to confuse you with what those are. And then on top of that, okay, to make it more musically interesting, they throw in one extra note, okay? I'm going to go to I'm going to go up one whole step on the next string, okay? So if it's 3, then I'm going to go up to 5 on the A, right? Okay, that's the riff. And then I go to 7 and 9. And then I'll do that on 8 and 10. Only once, because then I have this. Okay, so let me play through that real slow. I'm going to go. And that whole sequence of notes happens twice for the verse. So, sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch them roll away again. And then the second part of the verse is, or really I guess this is the chorus, not I guess, this is the chorus, sitting on the dock of the bay. It's hard to do these descriptions sometimes, so bear with me. But so now, for this is the chorus, which we've established through my babbling. I'm going to start on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then I end up on the 7th fret of the A, okay? And again, for those of you keeping score, G to E. But in between, there's this cool little lick I do. And I'll break that down for you, okay? It's again starts on 3 on E, ends on 7 on A. But in between, to get there, I do the 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the E, slide up to the 7. Then I go to the 1st finger on the 5th fret of the A string, back to 3 on 7 of the E, then 1st on 5, and then I end up on that 7 of the E. So here we go again. And then I just play the open E string, kind of do this little octave thing, just to fill in the space. That happens twice. And then there is a riff that's kind of like the intro riff again, starting on the 3 of your E string, and then I go to the 5 of the E string, then back to 3 on E, and then kind of finish with that similar riff, right? So here is the whole chorus. And then okay, so that's the chorus. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. Makes sense to me. So there's the intro, the verse, the chorus, then another verse, then another chorus. Okay, and then we have the bridge. And the bridge is the looks like nothing's gonna change. So I'll walk you through that part. What I'm doing is I'm starting with the 3rd fret on the E string, and then I'm going to the 5th fret on the A, then the 3rd fret on the A, and there's this little walk up here which goes to the 2nd fret on the D string, and we go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll walk you through that again. And again, this is a G, D, C. Walk up to G, and then D again, C, walk up to G, and now I'm going D, C, then I go back to 3 on the E string, and then 1 on the E string, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the D, 5 on the A, sorry, it's the note D, jeez. I'm going to walk you through that whole bridge, starting with 3 on E. And then back to another verse and a chorus, okay? Then all we're missing is the outro, which is the whistling part. Do 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 do, which you'll see I can't help but smile when I hear that. That is similar to the intro in the fact that I'm doing this. So I'll show you again. But instead of doing it 4 times, I'm going to do it 3 times. And then I go to the 7th fret on your A string and do that same riff. So 7 and then 7, 9 on the D. So here's that outro. And then back and repeat the same thing. And then it fades out. That's over the do 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 do. I can't sing and play that at the same time. Do do do. You try it. Okay, so thank you again. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, you're welcome to ask me any questions. I'd be happy to help. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and check out the other stuff that I have on my page. Visit mattlabarbermusic.com. And I look forward to sharing lots of other cool bass videos with you in the very near future. So thank you again, and happy bassing.